Hey, how's it going, guys? Got another knife review for you today. What you're looking at here is the Benchmade Griptilian. Thanks to Young's Backpacking in Berkeley for hosting this review. Before I get to the knife, let's just give you a look at some of the other stuff that'll come with this knife if you buy it. This is one of Benchmade's Blue Class knives, which is their most popular class. You get a nice little slide-out carry case. Young's retails this for about $95, which isn't cheap, but that's pretty standard for Benchmade knives. They're really high quality. They're one of the biggest marquee quality brand names out there if you're into knives, so that's a pretty fair price. It comes also with the warranty card. By the way, Benchmade has an impeccable warranty. All my friends who have bought Benchmade knives rave about their customer service. If you ever have a problem with their knife, give them a call and they'll sort you out. And also you get this nice little silk carry case, which I would never use just because I buy knives because I want to use them, not because I want to collect them. So I'll just move this out of the way and get to the knife itself. This is the full-size Griptilian. If you go shopping and look on the Benchmade website, this comes in a variety of handle colors, and you can get it in a variety of blade styles. I've seen it with a clip point blade, a drop point blade, sheep's foot, and this particular model is a Tanto style blade with a combination edge. The reason for that is Young's caters also to military and law enforcement, and that's just what the guys ask for, so that's what Young's buys. In addition, if you don't like thumb studs, they also have a version of the Griptilian with a thumb hole as well. I just happen to prefer thumb studs. The entire knife itself is 8.07 inches. The closed length is 4.62 inches. The blade length is 3.45 inches. And the thickness is listed as 0.115 inches, although I think that's for some of the other blade styles. For this Tanto blade, it actually feels pretty thick. I would say at least 1/8 of an inch, around 3 millimeters. So it just feels thicker. So I'm guessing for the Tanto variety, they add that extra thickness to give more rigidity. I personally prefer a drop point blade with a plain edge for utilitarian purposes. This looks like something more for tactical and self-defense uses, just because you have this wicked piercing edge and you have this good edge right here for slashing. There's a good amount of jimping here on the back of the spine, so it locks into place, and I like this little upsweep part right here at the handle so that my index finger sits comfortably. So between these two things, it doesn't feel like my hand's going to slip at all. They put this excellent checkering here on the handle, so between these three things, doesn't feel like this will slip at all ever in my hands, even if I get this wet or greasy. The entire knife has Torx screws, so if you have a Torx screw set and you know what you're doing, you can take apart this knife completely to clean it out in case you're using it in, say, a really dirty environment. Just make sure you know how to use it, how to put it back together as well. You got a lanyard hole right here in case you want to stick a lanyard in, and you have a pocket clip that can be taken out and put on either side of the knife, so you can wear it left or right-handed, and it's for tip-up carry, which is something I actually prefer. There is no play side-to-side or up and down on this particular knife, and even if there was side-to-side play, all you got to do is tighten this Torx screw. The Griptilian uses what Benchmade calls the axis lock system, and that's something trademarked by Benchmade. It's something they developed. Now, no one's really talked about this, so I'm just going to give you like a brief description of how an axis lock works. What you have here is you have the blade that rotates around this screw, so like so, right? And basically, this blade rotates here, and it has like a little hook right here. I don't know if I can get this in focus. Apologize for that. This little hook right here, you see that? It moves up and down, and basically when this blade rotates right here, you got this bar that you can see from either side. So see right there, and as this rotates, eventually this bar is going to catch onto that hook on the knife, like so. And once the bar is in place, you can't move it. It's locked into place. Now the bar is held in by springs on either side. So you have a spring on one side and you have a spring on the other side. And the spring kind of goes like this. I don't know if I can focus in on there. It's right there underneath that wheel. It comes in from this side and it loops around this way on either side. And that gives the resistance to keep the bar into place. So basically what I would do is I can use this and pull the bar down, and once the bar is out of the way, I can rotate this knife freely. Otherwise, it just locks into place. So that allows me to open and close this one-handed, so I can just pull down on this and close this easily. If I want to open it, nice smooth opening. So basically this works off a similar concept to how a lockback knife works. You just have a kind of a hook on the blade itself, and then you have something that locks into it. The advantage of an access lock over a lockback is I don't have to choke up down here to engage the lock. I can just go from here, so I don't have to change my grip when using the knife. So that's a great thing. The only issue I would have with that is the springs on either side look kind of thin, the little spring bars. However, I've never heard of anyone ever having a problem with it. And if you ever do, just give Benchmade a call and they'll sort you out. So, nice, good, heavy use knife. This is a pretty good size for if you're going to do like a lot of heavy duty tasks. However, I think it's a little bit thick for everyday carry. Just for me, I like my knives to be rather thin and lightweight. But if you're looking for something a little bit bigger, the Griptilian is the way to go. So that's my review of the Benchmade Griptilian. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.